G, wait for it, delightful.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
What's up, nerds, and have I got a story for you? Now, also down below, you can find the articles that I read to bring you this video, and you can read it for yourself, or you can just listen to this video where I'm going to read it to you. Before we get started, though, I also want to say that if you like what I do here and you enjoy independent content here on YouTube, please consider subscribing to my channel. YouTube is always changing up their algorithm, and small channels like mine, we always get shoved to the back of the line. So please ask that you like, share, and subscribe, and I thank you in advance. All right, so now that we got that out of the way, why don't we go ahead and get started? You guys, the Star Wars Galactic Cruiser is closing. I know I'm not the first one to post a video about this, and it has happened earlier in the week, but I wanted to talk about this because I had covered it before. So here is a picture of what the stuff was supposed to look like, the concept art of it and everything. Or maybe this is a real picture, I don't know. But this was supposed to be, you know, they're this great big, you know, I've done videos of this, but this was supposed to be a hotel, okay? And people go and then they have an experience, you know, like a LARPing experience for less than 24 hours. And the biggest problem was it cost way too freaking much. It was way too much. Like for a family of four, I think it's like $6,000 or close to $6,000. And let me just say right now, me personally, I am a family of four. I have me, my wife, and my two kids. I would not spend $6,000 to go to this hotel. Like, that's the thing for this experience. And I mean, I'm sorry. And then like you go to Galaxy's Edge, but I'm all like, they should have just made this a hotel that you could stay at, and it's not like a bunker that you stay in. So let's go through this article. I hate that this comes from DW Network. I wish they wouldn't do these ads like this at the bottom, but whatever. It says breaking news. It says, which is not breaking now, but it says Star Wars Galactic Cruiser closing permanently in September. Disney has announced that the Star Wars Galactic Starcruiser is closing permanently in this September. The final voyage will be September 28th. Disney's statement on the matter reads, let's read this statement. And we're going to talk about this a little bit more because I have thoughts. So it says, Star Wars Galactic Cruiser Star Wars Galactic Cruiser is one of the most creative projects ever and has been praised by our guests and recognized for setting a new bar for innovation and immersive entertainment. I mean, okay, way to spin this. This premium experience gave us the opportunity to try new things on a smaller scale of 100 rooms. And we will take what we've learned to create future experiences that can reach more of our guests and fans. Why don't you try not making it so expensive to go to? Like, that's the thing. They wanted to like immerse you, but you had to pay. You want that immersion? You got to pay for it. We will be contracting guests booked for voyages departing on or after September 30th to discuss their options and modify their plans. To prioritize these guests, we are pausing new bookings until May 26th. We are so proud of all of the cast members and Imagineers who brought Star Wars Galactic Cruiser to life and look forward to delivering an excellent experience for guests during the remaining voyages over the coming months. And I love how this is all happening all at once. I mean, and I want to talk about this and Kathleen Kennedy because she is the architect of all this nonsense. And I want to talk about that after we get through this article because there's not too much left. Okay. Oh, also, they said they're thank you for the cast members. The cast members didn't know that they were getting fired, you guys, that this was closing until the day they announced it. And I'm all like, what? Like, that's insane. The announcement comes after months of disappointing occupancy. The Galactic Star Cruiser debuted just over a year ago, which is so sad. And while bookings were at capacity for a while, the current operations had reached a point where there were only enough guests to fill one dinner service. Low occupancy cruises were being canceled, and rumors indicated that Disney was opting not to renew many entertainment cast contracts. They began offering discounts to Disney Vacation Club members and cast members recently as well. The Star Cruiser won the TIFI Award for outstanding achievement in brand experience last year. Who cares? I mean, I don't care. That means nothing to people like me. Like us blue collar workers that are just going to work to pay our mortgage and stuff and put food on the table. We don't care about how many awards you've won, Disney and Star Wars. I'm looking to get my money's worth on the thing. Like, I don't know about you, but if I went to this Star Wars cruiser, I'd be like, I want those blue shrimp on the loop. I want them every single, like, when that cup is empty, I want a new one right in front of me. And I want drinks, but drinks you had to pay for, like cocktails. Like, this was like a cruise liner, but you weren't on the ocean. Okay, so it says before the Star Wars Starcruiser opened, it went through waves of selling out, followed by mass cancellations. Right before the grand opening in March 2022, several months were completely booked. Despite generally positive reactions, cancellations increased after opening. Back in May 2022, CEO Bob Chapek boasted of continued high demand for the Starcruiser. Was it though? And expectation for the 2-night experience to reach 100% utilization for the third quarter, meaning they expected the Starcruiser to continue to reach capacity for each voyage. I mean, that's a load of bull. So it says, the Starcruiser offered a 3-day. It was not 3 days, you guys. It was less than 48 hours. They try to say that 2-night immersive Star Wars adventure on a fictitious cruise ship where guests became part of a conflict between the Resistance and the First Order. It included an excursion to Batuu, themed meals, and live entertainment. So I want to talk about something real quick, and then we'll get into this price, which we've talked about the whole time. So I saw a video, I believe by WDW, but their YouTube channel, that Star Wars, they had a sit-down meeting where they talked to the heads, and I'm pretty sure Kathleen Kennedy was involved. And they sat down and they said, all right, here's the thing. Do we want to move forward with this, First Order Resistance thing, especially with the Starcruiser and Batuu, the Star Wars Galaxies, or Galaxy's Edge? Do we want to move forward and keep this theming, or do we want to move back to the old school Star Wars, to the first trilogy? And they didn't go back to the original trilogy and change everything over because it was going to be too expensive. They would have to strip down everything, rebuild stuff, and it was just going to cost way too much money. And they weren't. Then right now they're trying to save money. So, I mean, and this is going to save money because they don't have to operate that stuff and pay out contracts to these actors and stuff like that. But I just want to say, this is all Kathleen Kennedy and Bob Iger's fault. Bob Iger is the one that okayed this crap. Bob Iger put the stamp of approval on this. Everybody wants to blame Bob Chapek for all this stuff, and I'm pretty sure he had a little bit of a role in this, but this is all Bob Iger's fault. He okayed this crap. He was all like, listen to Kathleen Kennedy like she freaking knew what she was talking about. I'm sorry. I don't understand Kathleen Kennedy defenders. I really don't get you. She's made bad decision after bad decision. And I hope that this is just one of those things that adds up to her getting fired. I mean, it probably won't, because for some odd reason, people in Star Wars and in Hollywood fail upwards. And I don't understand that process of thinking. Like, if I did not do my job properly, I would get fired. If I kept messing up, I would get fired. They'd be like, listen, you're not doing what you said you would do when you started working here. And so therefore we have to let you go because you're not holding up to our standard of what we expected you to do. And that's what Kathleen Kennedy is doing. She's not making them any money with Star Wars. I mean, everything coming out of Star Wars is just complete crap. I mean, did you see Mando season 3? That was a complete disaster, in my opinion. I mean, it had some cool things in there, but for the most part, it was just stupid. So that's going downhill. And that's what I saw on, I believe it was WDW. Do not quote me on that. I can't remember off the top of my head, but they had said that they were thinking about switching back, and then they ultimately decided not to because of cost. Speaking of cost, it also has a high price tag with trips starting at $4,809 for two guests for a standard cabin. And have you seen those cabins? They're freaking gross. Which has one queen size bed and two twin size bunks. You know what I thought would be really funny? You know how you see people taking all these videos? Why didn't a porn star go and film a porn in one of these like hotel rooms? They could have totally gotten like They could have totally like, I mean, I'd watch it. Like gotten some Twi'lek Liku and then like just like banged it out in a room that no pun intended. That would have they could have gotten they still have time though. They still have time. You porn stars, you make enough money. You could afford the $5,000 price tag on this. Okay, so the price increases if you add more guests, with a family of 4 looking at upwards of $6,000 for a standard cabin. Guests can also reserve larger rooms, such as a Galaxy class suite that sleeps up to 6 people in 2 bedrooms. The even larger Grand Captain suite sleeps up to 8 guests at an even higher price point. Yeah, it's insane how much this crap is. Curious about the full experience? Check out the guide to everything on the Star Wars Galactic Cruiser and our honest, in-depth review. Okay, we're not going to look at all that stuff. I have pictures of the Galactic Cruiser down below going up and stuff, but this just like, you guys, this, first off, they deserve everything they get. It's like the Joker says at the end of the Joker, you get what you frickin' deserve. And they deserve this. They did this. Kathleen Kennedy did this. She deserves to get fired. I heard Indiana Jones is terrible. I mean, I've been reading some of the reviews and it sounds like it's a big nightmare also. And that's Kathleen Kennedy, and Bob Iger. I'm sorry, but Bob Iger deserves to be ridiculed and blamed for this also. And I said it before. He gave the okay on this crap. He put his stamp of approval. He gave the green light. They built this while he was CEO. He does not deserve to get away with getting a free pass on this. Daddy Iger is to blame just as much as Kathleen Kennedy. We should be criticizing him so much for this nonsense also. I think he should get fired also. They shouldn't have brought him back because he did not help the situation with all like everybody wants to act like he's the savior now, but no, it's like if I pushed you off of a building and then as you were falling down, I ran down to the bottom of the building and I caught you and I said, now thank me for saving you. Okay. That's what this is like with Bob Iger. So this is not much longer for this world. This ship is going down in flames. It is crashing on the planet of Batuu, and I do not feel sorry for them in the slightest. Rest in peace, but not really. What is this called? The halogen or whatever this ship is called. I hope they make a video of you blowing up, and that'd be fun. And the captain be like, oh no, and that'd be super cool. Tell me, what do you guys think about this? Tell me, how do you guys feel about the Galactic Starcruiser, ending? I mean, is this something that you care about or no? Because personally, I don't really care about this. I mean, I say good riddance, because they did it to themselves. I mean, but like I said before, and I blame Kathleen Kennedy and Bob Iger for this whole thing. I mean, maybe Chapek has a little bit to do with it because he went a little cheaper on this stuff, but I still go, you guys don't deserve my sympathy, because the stuff they had put in the Galactic Starcruiser was originally supposed to go into Galaxy's Edge, but they just want to keep siphoning off money from you. And I just go, you know what? Good riddance. Go down in flames, Galactic Starcruiser. Go down in flames. The Halcyon, that's what its name is. What did I call it before? The halogen? That's funny. Tell me what you guys think about all of this. If you like any of it, you can go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And we'll see you guys next week. You guys have a good week. Bye.